regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. And of course, for those of you who are tuning in to our podcast, the iHypnosis Life Coaching Journeys, this podcast is, of course, designed and curated and customized just for you, especially if you are in the space of healing, coaching, or maybe you've just about begun your journey of personal healing. My intention, of course, is to curate and to find some truly amazing healers and coaches, people who've already begun the journey. Maybe some of them have just begun, maybe some of them have been on this journey for a while. But what you will find is some really amazing stories. And in that regard, as we are now in season two, I have a truly amazing, really a wonderful person, I must say, who you will meet in the next couple of moments. And in true fashion of season two, I have invited people who I may or may not have met before, but thanks to the magic of the internet and community, I have Dimple with me here. So, Dimple, as you turn on your camera, a warm welcome. So, you can go ahead and turn on your camera.
Hello, sir.
And
Good
good to
evening.
have you here. Good to have you here, Dimple. And as I said, thanks to the power of the internet and community, this is technically the second time that we are meeting ever. But the intention, of course, is that it's your story that is the true hero. So, firstly, welcome, Dimple. Thank you for being here on this pod.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. So what we'll do, of course, to start off is maybe for those of you who who haven't met Dimple yet, or even if people who are watching this have met you before, this is an opportunity for them to be reintroduced to you. So maybe if you could, for the moment, share a little bit about what you do today.
Yeah, sure. My name is Diimple Thakkar. I'm from New Bombay, Vashi. Basically, I have done lot of things to try and error, and I got uh, insightful thing that handwriting made me feel that ease within, that acceptance inside myself, and that was the thing I holded on to. Of course, I do mirror work, crystal healing, but the major concern is handwriting analysis and therapy. That was the most important thing I love to do.
Beautiful. So what we will do for the moment is, when someone sees you and listens to you, it to them, they don't know how you got here, right? To them it's like almost like magic, like, wow, you're able to do all of these things, especially if we're talking to people who are coaches, people who are healers, who are just beginning their journey, right? So it's always a very powerful story to get to know how did you get to be here doing what you do today. So let's go
Ah,
back in time, right? You can go back as far back as you want to. It could be maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, whatever, where you
okay,
feel, my story began there, and these are the things that happened.
true that. I think maybe 10 years ago, my daughter was in 7th standard when I thought I have to do something to bring change in her life. We all, as a parent, want best for our kid. And that was the thing I wanted to have, that I want to give her best and I want her to have a best life, which I maybe didn't get in my childhood or early phase of my life, and she should not go through the phase I have gone through. So that was the first time I have been to my mentor and I met her for the first time, and she has changed me and my life completely. There I
Hmm.
got to know the first person I need to work on is my own self. The most important thing to have a ease life for your kids, for your next generation,
Hmm.
is to have that ease inside, have that peace inside. And there
Right.
then where I started, and non-stop, it's learning process for me still now.
Amazing, amazing. So maybe if you could tell us a little bit more about, what were some of those shifts that you noticed then, because if you're saying this happened 10 years ago,
I
uh,
many people who know me personally, who might be probably like watching us now, or they might be going through the recordings, they all know me. I was very shy, very introvert. If somebody's calling me to say hi, I'll be like looking here and there and I'll run away. I don't want to speak to unknown people, or I don't want to be in the crowd, or like that inferiority. This is the right word, that I was very inferior. I don't wanted
Mm,
to interact with the people, and I avoid that fearful me. And when my mentor was having trust on me that I'm sure you're going to work with me, and I was like, what is she talking about? I can't see myself there. We're not having a vision. And
mm,
from there now, I have my own goal. I know my purpose, and I have a bigger vision for myself
mm,
and everybody around me, especially with the kids and women.
mm. Okay. So it's like that first moment was 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
So 10 years is a fairly long period, especially when you're doing this kind of work. So walk us through, like, okay, that was the first moment when you had this realization where someone else is recognizing you and they're seeing in you something that's there, but you're not able to see it yet. What happened after that? Like between then and now, what were some of those moments?
Uh, Honestly, when I gone deep into self journey, self discovering, looking to certain paths, am I judgmental? No, no, I am not. I'm a good person. And
Mm,
so seeing that deep down inside was a bit tough. And then I just shut all that, came out of that. The life I'm living, जो चल रहा है भाई अच्छे से चलने दो, kind of
right.
that.
Huh.
But then again, I found that inner peace is not there. That struggle is inside me,
Mm,
non-stop is going on. Having miscommunication or argument with my loved ones, family and friends and all. So again, I went to that journey that was
mm,
giving me ease and peace, having a better way to express myself. So when
mm,
we are together, now my daughter is a teenager, of course. So when you interact with a teenager, you are like somewhere becoming the authority part or the control freak parent. So
mm,
that has changed me to uh, have that situation and tackle it better way.
mm,
So that ups and downs were there. uh, I remember that I was very much fearful to using smartphone. Forget about
mm,
having something PCs and laptop and all of that. And I still remember my father-in-law used to tell us, go for the computer classes. But that fear is in us that we don't want to go for it. And he said
mm,
he enrolled himself, and he's telling us that I enrolled myself so that you get inspired and motivated to go for that. And we really gone to
mm,
the classes, and it was always change is a bit difficult first step, and
mm,
we always want to change people around us, but we don't know that we also need to change, upgrade ourselves in many areas.
mm,
It's not only about
mm,
digital world or something else. But when I entered that classes for the first time, of course that fear was there. But that 1 2 3 session made me comfortable with PC, computer, and this digital world, which is helping me now.
mm, true, true. So if you timeline it, so you're saying 10 years ago, so somewhere around 2014, 2015 was that first moment. Then after you did a little bit of your inner work, you were like, nahi chahiye, and you kind of let that go. And then when did you get that second calling? That was what, 3 years later, 4 years later?
Yes, sir. Approx 4 years back, uh,
Four
I
years.
I was
Huh.
like, no matter what, I was the person who will think before the other person will think about me. I will think what he will think of me. If I do this, what will you
Right.
think? If I don't do this, what will you think? So then
Mm,
that all dropped by eh, own self with the time. Like, I don't have to work like
mm,
changing that pattern. There
mm,
were a
mm,
lot
mm,
of limiting beliefs, and there were no self
mm,
acceptance. And I realized it that I
mm,
don't love and accept myself the way I am.
mm,
And there I started practicing. I was doing it since 10 years, but I was not able to promote or you know put myself out that I'm doing this and you
Mm,
people can come to me. We're not
mm,
having that confidence that yes, I'm ready to give.
right,
I was like,
right.
I still
When
need to
did
do,
that
I still
journey
need to
happen?
do.
That realization ki let me promote myself. Like that was like around COVID
Honestly, no, much later on that. I
later.
think been a year probably. I was working
Mm,
handwriting practice with my mentor, and when I
mm,
did this, it became easier for me by writing practice that all whatever the limiting beliefs was stopping me or that resistance in me was there, it vanished by default with all this
mm,
practice. And I didn't even realize when I started taking actions. I started posting my
mm,
work, myself out. Clicking my own photos and videos was not me. I
mm,
can, be good at one to one friends and meeting and all. But when it comes to marketing or Insta post or something, I was very much hesitant. And the reason behind all of this was
mm,
uh, you don't know me personally, so you might don't know that I was a 7-month-old child when I detected polio.
mm.
So in that, I believed and I made a story in my head that I'm victim. मैं तो बेचारी हूँ, मुझसे ये
Mm,
नहीं होगा, I can't go
mm,
here. I was not able to walk one step ahead, forget about going here to there. So we
right.
did such operations and all, but that impacted in my head that they used to carry me. My parents will drop me to the school and
Mm,
they'll come and pick up me, hold me like a saman kind of thing. And that thing was impacted me so much that I realized with the time I'm not accepting myself with my disability.
mm,
And slowly and steadily now I'm quite 50% fine with this polio now.
right. Wow. Wow. That's very powerful. That 50% itself is so much,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Uh,
Amazing.
with the time it's like when people used to look at me like they are looking at me, they're making fun of me, so that all somewhere stored
Mm,
in me. And that is like I don't go to meet people just because I know they'll laugh at me or something like that.
mm,
And same thing,
mm,
I felt that my child must be uncomfortable having this thing, but it was
mm.
my mind story which I made up and I believed in that. And now when I just let it all go, I'm much, much, much easier with my daughter and she's with me.
Wow. Mm, amazing. So, as you said, right, there's one process that happened somewhere about 10 years ago. And you also mentioned handwriting. So, like, these are two processes that you have experienced in your life and you've internalized it to the point where you're now noticing that already there is this 50% shift that's happened, right? In this journey that you were on, because I noticed even in when we were creating your profile, there are a few other processes also that you have experienced along the way. So walk us through that. Like, how did that journey happen?
First, I met my self love mentor and I did
Mm,
my own healing journey with her.
mm,
And we gone through the process since then till now. It's like
mm,
ongoing process. It's like I'm done and dusted.
mm,
Now I'm ready and I'm
mm,
saint. It's not that. So I
mm.
also go through my ups and downs and I also
Awesome.
need her support
Mm,
on certain area. So
mm,
it's simply like I just look in the mirror, I hold mirror, and when you see yourself in the mirror, am I okay looking at my eyes?
mm,
We all talk about having that self love and self acceptance. Body shaming is not right. But what self love is not your outer look. The
mm,
actual self love is looking deep in your eyes and loving that inner child, or you
mm,
can say your divine insight, whatever we call. So when I
mm,
see, initially when I was looking into my eyes, I was not comfortable. I was not comfortable at all. And I just, we have to do 5 minutes practice, I'll keep it in a minute. Again, like, no, no, I have to do. Again, I'll take it, again, I'll keep it back. So it was
mm.
that. What is that
Right.
stopping me to love? I don't know. We all seek that love
Mm,
outside. Somebody come, make me feel
mm,
special. I want that loved one for whom I can be a world. We all want that. But
Mm-hmm.
when once you are done inside, by default, you are going to attract the same kind of love. And that was
Right.
easier. So I opened up to the people, to my family and friends in
Mm,
a better way than before.
mm, amazing. Wow. Um, so this has been your journey, as you said, till before COVID, and then of course after COVID, and now in the last 1 year, you've been noticing some of these changes. Um, at what point did you realize कि coach बनना है, or that I want to do this? One is you are the student, right? That's one avatar.
Yeah.
The other is where you have that. What was that journey like to realize that
Uh,
coach बनना है या coaching करेंगे?
2 years back, I have joined
Mm,
IMK team. We all know
mm,
him, Mitesh Khatri. And I
mm,
joined him, and he was talking about this thing. And there were a lot of people. And I was like, they are like me. They are on the same page. But when
mm,
they can reach here, even I can do it. Let's try.
mm,
Let's try. I joined his DMP, which is called Daily Magic Practice. One
mm,
month, every day, half an hour. So when
mm,
I was doing it, I could like, I'm happier than ever before. My
mm,
frequency is far better than before.
mm,
Challenges will be there. They were there
mm,
then, they must be there now.
mm,
But that ease and the smile, that non-stop peace
mm,
inside, that comfort is there. And
mm,
then I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And then I did Ho'oponopono healing with him. So whenever that negative emotions pop up,
mm,
we have a process to go through that. And we
mm,
have a good community where I can ask them, like, I'm stuck here, I need your help. And as you do
mm,
NLP, you know it very well. How can you trigger yourself and change your negative pattern? So this all practice, I could see the result with the time.
mm. Nice. So, do you remember that moment when you said, "Ha, now it's time to start coaching"?
Yes, I guess in March, yeah, this year,
Mm,
2024 March, I was like,
nice.
no matter what, let's do it. When they have a
Wow.
belief on me, I have a back, I
Right.
have a whole support, and I have good mentors. Like, I'm really grateful to have such mentors in my life who
Mm,
are giving me hand holding support if I need. And that
mm,
was where it was like, and first I speak to my mentor about it, that so this is what something is stopping me. And he said, kya ho jayega? If you post, worst come worst, people will not watch. If they are laughing, let them have fun. It's good.
mm,
Try to karo. And then I was like, okay. And you see, look up to your mentor here. They are like your God. So I was like,
mm,
they are saying, तो चलो कर ही लेते हैं जो होगा फिर. Let's see. So
mm,
they showed that belief in us, which pushed me to do something
mm,
which I never thought I'll do ever in my life.
mm. What was that feeling like after you posted?
Wow, I can do it. Digital, I get all the support I want. Digitally, I was not so comfortable. Reel making,
Mm,
post making, I'm not the one. But family friend, my daughter's friend is always there. So I asked her, can you post for
mm,
me, beta? She did it for me. And then slowly, whatever concern I have, she teach me. So now I am also
mm.
pro, kind of pro at it. Kar lete hain. And
Right.
it's fun. It's fun.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So we've got a sense of, we're talking, of course, the first 10 years, and you briefly talked a little bit about, your time growing up and the kind of, mindset that you had and where you are today, right? So we've kind of got a sense of what that journey has been like, uh, including when you realize, ki, okay, it's time for me to start coaching other people. Um, Tell us a little bit, and you did talk a little bit about mirror work, right? So, what is that? What is it that
Um,
you do?
I don't know. I thought to keep it if it is needed. So I'll just show you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just hold it in my hand. I see into my eyes
Mm,
and I ask that
mm,
person in the mirror that I love you. Can you
mm,
connect? Can you feel that love inside?
Mm.
and I have to wait for the answers. Maybe today I might don't get any answers because we are lacking that
Mm.
bond inside. We all are seeking love outside, like from our kid,
Mm.
from our parent or partner. So it's like we have never acknowledged that child, that eyes,
Mm.
that inside person. So it will take time. Initially, when I was doing this, now I am not feeling that discomfort. When I did it earlier, I was feeling that discomfort inside.
Mm.
Like heartbeat are getting, faster, or I'm feeling my
Mm.
breaths are getting changed, like longer breaths and all. And now it's like I feel that ease. And I
Mm.
told my mentor that
Wow.
yeah, I could do it. When she was telling me, no, Dee, I can't do it. How are you doing it? I'm not sure. And she said, keep doing it. You will get
Mm.
connected to it. There are a lot of
Right.
pattern. It's not like only mirror,
Mm.
meditation,
Mm.
healing, mirror, many other things.
Mm.
But
Mm.
this is what something I feel meant for me, easier for
Yes.
me.
Mm.
So I want every person have one thing in their life which bring them to themselves, keep them rooted,
Mm.
grounded,
Mm.
and see the ease. It's really beautiful feeling. So there's no
Yes.
fear of judgment or
Mm.
no fear of being no doubted or something.
Mm. Mm. Amazing. So you've shared, your perspective on your journey. Tell us a little bit about what's that story like when people now, over the last year, let's say, people have experienced you in a more sort of official capacity, which obviously means you started doing this even before, right? Maybe from time to time here and there. But now, when you said last year, like, karna hai, I'm doing this, right? And you started, taking on more work, connecting with more people. I can see there's something happening. So tell us, like, walk us through that. What's that journey been like for the last 1 year,
I used
especially the
to
last 1 year?
I used to give all the modalities and activities I
Correct.
do to my friends. I used to gift
Correct.
them the kind of proper packaging or hamper kind of thing, which
Mm.
I'm believing in self love journey. So pamper yourself,
Right.
giving them a
Right.
mirror, giving them a book or something like that. Read it
Mm.
or do
Mm.
mirror work. Have
Mm.
that self love. But then I was like, maybe they are not ready then. Uh,
Mm.
and what I was telling them was, I'm doing it on myself a
Mm.
week or so, and then I know the result in a week.
Mm. Mm.
And then that consistent practice was missing somewhere, even in me. So I
Mm.
found that people are not getting connected to this thing, and maybe don't know the power. And then I
Mm.
realized that what I'm learning, I'm passing. I
Right.
need to become that. Be the change
Mm.
you are teaching. And then I was like, let's have a routine for myself. And I made proper routine. And we all are having that point in our life that we are not consistent on things, what we do.
Mm.
We do
Mm.
for a week, month or so. For example, if I go for workout, I'll do it for
Mm.
at a stretch a month or something. For if you have a purpose like some wedding I want to go for and I want to lose
Mm.
that particular weight, I'll do it.
Mm.
Once I achieved it, then what?
Mm.
Then next target, next purpose is missing.
Yeah.
So we are
Yeah.
not doing it. The way physical body or physical fitness is important, same way emotional, mental uh, care is also equally important.
Mm.
So then I made a routine. Having that routine, I was different me in 3 months. And my
Wow.
mentor had given me a challenge of 3 months. We all love challenges,
Mm.
and when you somebody
Mm.
like you can't do this, and you're like, I'll prove you by 3 months. So and she said, okay, let's do this, and after 3 months we'll connect again. And then I
Mm.
kept doing it. Every 3 months we changed some or the other thing in that,
Mm.
and
Mm.
that consistency came in me, and that
Nice.
change is visible in me. So now people are more connected, and when I help
Mm.
somebody, I feel serving gives me that uh, fulfillment inside. Like I feel wow
Mm.
inside that यही तो पर्पस भगवान ने दिया है हम सबको, but we miss on
Right.
that somewhere.
Right.
And when you are holding somebody when they are going to
Mm.
fall in that trap, and you bring them out. It's
Mm.
magical feeling.
Mm. Nice. Amazing. Um, so we've now kind of reached the present, right? So, and you're talking about the kind of work that you're doing. Tell us a little bit about maybe if there's a program that you're running, or uh, maybe you've done some work, and I'm sure you've tested different approaches, as you said, initially with friends and family, and they either take action or they don't, and then you kind of have your realizations as a coach and as a healer that okay, maybe they're not ready, right? But now in the last year especially, you've been doing testing different programs. So also I'm asking because when somebody reaches out to you, and let's say they're watching this gives them an idea of what to look for. So what are some of those programs you've tested, and what is it that you're doing currently?
I did healing 1 year back, but there are a lot of
Mhm.
people who want remote healing. I don't mind
Mm,
doing remote
mm,
healing, but I'm saying how much time I'll be rely on others or they will be relying
right.
on others. I have
Mm,
that power because we all have that power within. We all have
right.
that power inside to
Right.
change our life. I might do
Mm,
healing for you for a month or two or three. Then what? And when I'm telling
mm,
you do this, it will work magical. So then
mm,
I saw handwriting is impacting my subconscious, and this is the
mm,
easiest process. When you see that gray
mm,
parts or the gray sides of yours, it's not that easy to accept.
mm,
But in handwriting it is like I don't have to, conscious efforts बहुत कम है उसमें. Subconsciously it is impacting my
mm,
brain. The way people say we wear our engagement ring in our left hand because उसकी नस
mm,
सीधे दिल पे जाती है, that's what I heard.
mm, mm,
And this अपनी finger, index finger movement is
mm,
impacting your subconscious. Is
mm,
so magical that by doing this movement it is giving me, it's developing a different cells in me where
mm,
I am more action taker than ever before. So
mm,
I have approx 10 to 15 clients. Some of them are doing 30 days graphotherapy with me, some of them
mm,
are doing 90 days health in handwriting, and two I have kids who practice with me for their
mm,
writing. It's not like improving your writing, it's like
mm,
uh, when I'm doing this every day I'm becoming new me. And
mm,
that is why they all connect to me, they write the page and they send me the picture. And wherever
mm,
we are going here and there or some changes need to be have, and we acknowledge their efforts. Because one of my student, he said I don't do things consistently. I said it's okay, you'll
mm,
do it. And he was like, just for proving you right, because you showed that faith on me, I
right,
want to do it. And he did it
right.
for 30 days consistently. And every
Mm,
morning when I'm acknowledging it, it is like, thanks to you. That your acknowledgement is motivating me to do
right.
one level ahead.
Mm, right.
And that's why I love to do what I do. And I want to
Mm,
spread this gift to the world, especially with the teenager, because I know when I was a kid, some limiting
mm,
belief impacted me so
mm,
deeply that I was not even aware of. But
mm,
this practices made me aware of it and let me release them easily.
mm,
So I do it because there are teenagers who are dealing with, they have a different mindset altogether. I don't know which world
mm,
they are living in. But I saw that whoever, my daughter started doing it with me, 90 days book practice, I could see the change in
mm.
her.
Wow.
Again, same thing she's doing for the first time, something she's doing consistently with me. And she'll be
Mm,
like, come, I'll write, but you sit next to me. Oh, okay, come.
nice.
That's why I love this.
Mm, nice. So let me ask you this, Dimple. What you're doing today, right? If you go back in time, did you ever have any sort of an indicator that you would be doing this kind of work? Like if you go back in time, were there any reflections कि हाँ बड़े होके मैं ये करूँगी?
Uh, Actually, that zone पे we were more of like in the dream world. बड़े होके
Yeah,
मैं
yeah.
love story जीऊंगी.
Very nice.
So I did not know that, and as I told you, having a problem, my family was very much concerned about me. So I could
Mm,
not complete my education.
mm,
I am just 12th pass, and after that, if I have to go college, I have to travel by train or so. And my
mm,
grandmother, especially, she did not allowed me, or be specific, she did not want it out of care.
mm,
I don't want you to travel by train. कुछ लग गया, कुछ हो गया, तो
mm,
something. So we
mm,
did not go further for education, and I got married when I was 19.
mm,
And
mm,
that was a turning point of my life, that I'm really blessed having such partner who has supported me in anything. Like I
mm,
will go to him and I'll say, see, this is the class details and I want to enroll for this. Okay, go for it. And
mm,
he is the first one who showed that faith in me.
mm,
Okay, you'll do it. And I said, and then I started feeling, because no, I was trying and doing things. Acha, I tried
mm.
tarot reading, and then something else, and then I like, oh God, he'll say, "Tu sab kuch karti rehti hai, ek get stick to one thing." But he
Right.
never said that, and he was like,
Mm,
"Okay, go for it," and he'll support me for everything. If I have to buy
mm,
groceries or kitchen work, anything, and if I forgot to make my lunch for them or something, it's
mm,
okay, we'll do the parcel thing. Swiggy hai,
mm,
sab hai, don't worry.
mm,
You do it with your 100% attention.
mm,
And he saw that I started loving and enjoying learning,
mm,
and I was learning only. But when then my mentor gave me that courage to give. Now start
mm,
giving.
mm,
If you feel like I feel hesitant to ask for money, so he said, keep giving. Then now there are people who ask me कि प्लीज यार चार्ज लो, ऐसे ही मुझे नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है, आई एम
mm,
नॉट कंफर्टेबल, आई फील uncomfortable like every time you and one more thing is, when you pay for something na, you get committed to this thing. When
mm.
I'm getting frees, I also got many free ideas and services, but we don't value them.
Right.
And when I'll see how much I can charge, that person can afford. But at the
Mm,
same time, with that money, you're giving that commitment.
mm.
We all go for spa or hairstyle or makeup or anything,
Right.
because that is important or need of that time. Same
Mm,
way, this is also need for your soul food.
mm,
Feed your soul to have a ease day. So when I do
mm,
it for 15 minutes every morning, it hardly takes 10 minutes. And
mm,
after that, you have a sorted day.
mm,
I noticed first time when I was in the session that I am more responding than reacting. I was very reactive.
mm.
And I remember once my friend told, "You're very good, but your anger is something I'm scared of." And I was like,
Wow.
"Oh God, am I that aggressive?"
Mhm.
But and I realized that हम हक जिस पे जताते हैं ना, उन पे you just
Mm,
blast out sometime. So then this is where something I have to work on. But you have
mm,
to gives you pressure. I have to. And but this handwriting made things so simpler and easier for me, that with the time, it's been 9 to 10 months that I'm writing every
mm.
single morning, no
Very good.
matter what. And then
Mm,
I could sense the change and shift in me and around me. So my
mm,
daughter herself come to me and say, "Mama, abhi drop your classes now. Let's have chit chat for some time." And where earlier it was like, mom entered, acha, she will find some or the other reason to pinpoint me for. But now it's not
mm,
that, and I have a different way to share my concern. Or above all that, I was never the person who can speak one word in English, not
mm,
a single sentence. And I was like, oh God, uh, I used to feel awkward to say that कि मुझसे बात नहीं
mm.
होगा. And
Right.
having kids, you will go for open days, meet your teachers
Yes.
and everything. And I feel like somebody has put stone over my head, and I am like, what to do? I can't even tell to the
Mm,
teacher. But now with this practice, I don't feel shy to say if I don't understand what are you saying. I can ask you,
mm,
sorry, I did not get you. उससे मैं छोटी नहीं हो जाऊंगी, and I used to see
mm,
down to myself that I am lesser than something, so I have to
mm,
ask. If I will be asking, तो मैं तो पागल ही लगूंगी ना. Like, what
Mm,
stupid she is. She doesn't know this much things. And now it
right.
is like, it's okay to not know something and ask,
Mm,
can you guide me or help me for this?
mm,
So this is what something magical I feel.
beautiful. What are some of the things that your clients now say to you, and maybe there's like one of them that has surprised you that, wow, okay, like this has been the kind of feedback that you got.
There are many. Special is like somebody told me that whatever change I have in me, it's like
Mm.
I'm your replica. And I'm like, oh God. And I used to look up to my mentor and I used to tell her,
Mm.
Di mujhe aapke jaisa banna hai. And she's like, you are unique in your
Mm.
own way. I says, no, I don't see any goodness or uniqueness in me. So, and I just want to be like you. She said,
Mm.
just be yourself and you see the change. And now it is that I am
Right.
being myself. And uh,
Mm.
people are telling me that I want to, I almost became like the kind of answers I give. I feel like, oh, ye to, this was like just the way Dimple say or do.
Right. Wow.
And I get messages, you're very sweet or supportive, very cute. That so happens
Mm.
because
Mm.
हम just compassion से कभी किसी से बात होती
Mm.
है or you listen to them.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
like many a times when we are in trouble now, we don't want solution. The point is
Mm.
we just want that ears who listens me without any
Mm.
judgment.
Mm.
And that's what we do, we try to do probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is they find that bond and that connection. And my friend
Mm.
told my husband, guru ma hai na, I'll just call her. There are a lot of my friends who call me Are Devi ma. I says, please yaar, don't make fun, but this is something they all know me personally, कि where I
Mm.
was and where I have come so far.
Right. Amazing. So, something that just came to me. It's like, what does your family now think of you? Like, what do they say about you? They've obviously seen your journey over the last 10 years. So,
I'll be very honest to you. As I told you, okay, I used to take things very much on me. Like if you will say na, okay, females are like this, so I will take it only like you talking only about
mm,
me. So my mother-in-law once told me, when I tell you something in general, you take it only on yourself, as if I'm just talking about
mm,
you. And I said, no, it's not that. And she said, just go in the mirror and check yourself, see your face and your
mm,
reactions. And I was like, I don't know what is she saying. But now, being
mm,
honest, that I realized that yes, I was feeling that insecurity in me used to feel that you
mm,
telling me mad, whether you told me or no, I don't care.
mm,
I believed no, so that is my truth. So then I
right.
worked on my thoughts, my pattern. When I
Mm,
started a first day, I don't even know what I think.
mm,
What are my
mm,
thought pattern? What are my limiting beliefs? I was not aware of anything.
mm,
But by doing it every day, I realized that, oh God, so many things. And I was thinking that outer circumstances are making me feel that. It's nothing to do with
mm,
me. But reality is something ulta. That my inner reflection is shown in the outer world.
mm,
So then, like, first time when my mentor told me that you create your life. So how do I do that? If somebody
mhm,
is behaving like this with me, so where am I wrong in that?
mm,
But then I realized that here it is stored, so I'm getting certain kind of situations and attracting that with my own thoughts and beliefs.
mm,
And I
mm,
started one step at a time working on it,
right. Mm,
and here I am today. I never thought to do this something like this.
right.
And thanks to you, you made me comfortable meeting me last week once, so it becomes
Mm,
more soothing.
mm, nice. So, two questions now, Dimple.
Yes.
One is, of course, you know, as I said, like you have various programs that you're running currently. And so at present, if someone wanted to join you, what program do you have that you're running that they can be part of?
I normally I do nowadays more focused on handwriting.
Mm,
So I do that if you give me your handwriting sample, that see, I
Mm,
don't know you personally, you don't know me personally. So by your
mm,
handwriting, if I'm telling you that this is what you are, or as
mm,
per your handwriting I could see this in you, so whether
mm.
you agree to that or no, that is okay.
Correct.
And if you feel like having that change in you, and with my experiences, that the change,
Mm,
that's how I got my clients and students, as they have seen earlier me and now me, so they know
mm,
the difference, and they're
mm,
like, okay, I want
mm.
to go for it. So some
Nice.
of them are doing 30 days practice, and some of them are doing 90 days practice with me.
Mm,
So then
mm,
it's your choice, it's your call, that whether you
mm,
want to do it or not. So in that also,
mm,
30 days I meet you twice on Zoom call or any video
mm,
calls,
mm,
as per that person's comfort, if they are fine
mm,
coming on videos and all, or they know
mm,
that digital things. There are a lot of people
mm.
who are not that
Yeah.
digital friendly.
Right.
So that way we work together every morning.
Mm,
They do practice and click picture and send me,
mm.
and I see to that. And after 8 or and before that, I make a video and send them how to write these patterns.
Right.
There are a lot of
Mm,
squiggles and different patterns which we practice,
mm, mm,
and that's how we work together.
mm. Nice. Okay, so that, like I said, two parts. One is you will, people will have access to you. We have got your links that we've shared. So when this shows up on LinkedIn, YouTube, these are two places that they will be able to access this later. Obviously, right now we're doing this live, but the video also will be available in these places. So people
Right.
will be able to find you and reach out to you in this context. The second thing that came to mind was that you talked about your journey, and a very important part of being a coach and a healer is this whole concept of the personal brand and building the business, right? From what you've shared also, this is something that you're becoming more and more familiar with, more comfortable with. So I'd love to get your take on what has your journey been like when we talk about digital marketing, when we talk about putting yourself out there. What's that been like for you?
Honestly, it was very difficult initially.
Mm,
I have to post or something like
mm,
this, and I'm like, oh God, I don't know, should I do it or no? And there
mm,
are a lot of things in digital thing that you have to log in, how to do that. I was getting irritated a lot, and I
mm,
used to take help from my friends and all, and then they're teaching me, and they're like, "अरे है ना, it's not tough. It's like you give up easily, तो छोड़ देते हो और वो भी irritated हो जाके." So I was like, okay,
mm,
then I'll do one thing. Uh, I won't do it. I'll ask somebody to help me out with. But then why it is like that? That I keep giving others the responsibility, which is mine. Honestly, if I want to grow, so then with writing practice, I don't know how, but I started being okay to try it again and again if it is not happening.
mm,
I don't mind calling somebody and
mm,
asking how to do this. Can you show me how to save? When I use
mm,
Canva, I was not able to make that video what I want to make,
mm,
and I asked my husband to help me. Like I'm typing it, but it's not showing me properly, and it's very small. How he showed me how to zoom in. It was a simple thing, but I missed out on this not because I don't know, just because
mm.
my mind was like, "Arey, yeah, digital thing is tough for me." So I
Right.
affirm that digital things are super easy for me. So
Nice.
slow and
Yeah.
steady. We
Mm,
all see, this is our future. We have to get comfortable
mm, mm,
using and accessing. Like I was
mm.
not the one who know to book Ola, Uber, or having
Right.
Instamart delivery at home, but we
Mm,
learn everything with change, with time. And
right.
once I'm comfortable with the change, I can
Mm,
do it. But if I resist the change,
right.
I can't do it.
Mm,
And I tell myself
mm,
before anybody will tell me, अरे मुझसे नहीं होगा यार, तुम लोग कर लो. I was never the one who used to just get up and dance. ऐसे body move भी नहीं होती थी मुझसे. But my
mm,
friends, they used to call us for inviting parties or
mm,
something like that, and I'll be sitting in the corner and watching everybody dancing. I can't dance. सर मैं कैसे dance कर सकती हूँ? What will people think of me? But they pushed me.
mm,
They were
mm,
there for me. And if I'm like standing simply because of their like forcing, I just have to go because they are giving me that comfort. So
Mm.
there they will hold my hand and they'll make me move my body. They will be,
Mm.
they understood me like more than anything.
Mm.
They give me that comfort to be myself and open
Right.
up that way, digitally also and other way also,
Mm.
that यहाँ से belief change करेंगे तो सब easy हो
Yeah.
जाएगा.
Amazing. So, one more very important question, especially for people who are in this space, right? Like us who are in the space of coaching and healing. As you said, initially it was about just serve, like initially it was receiving, then it became about serving, and then it's about building the business. And part of the business is where you're able to generate revenue, meaning you're able to create
You're
sales,
on it.
right? Or have sales.
Hmm.
So, walk us through what was your journey like to eventually ask for money, or one is asking, the other is receiving. So, let's start with the asking part. Like, what was that journey like for you?
My mentor taught me keep giving, give,
Hmm.
give, give, then ask.
Hmm.
So I follow this blindly, that
Hmm.
I keep giving. I do free analysis. There are people who do
Hmm.
charge for analyzing the
Hmm.
handwriting, but I do it for free. And
Hmm.
then, if they want to buy this book, I show them the books. Then they'll
Hmm.
ask me, how much for the books and your services? So then I'll
Hmm.
give you the details that this is what the structure is.
Hmm.
And again, it comes to yourself, that what I believe about my services and myself. Am I
Hmm.
good enough to ask for the money
Right.
for my
Hmm.
services? Am I giving enough?
Right.
So that I work again on that, and people come somehow and they are willingly paying me.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. One final question in this area is more to do with, when people talk about building the business where you have, like, let's say you're doing a one to many, right? Have you reached that point where you're like, okay, like my mentors or like other coaches out there, ki webinar karna chahiye ya workshop karke, I want to enroll more people.
Hmm.
Where are you on that journey at this point?
At this point, I'm not doing group, as my experience was that
Mm.
people are not comfortable sharing their personal thing in public.
Mm.
And till now,
Mm.
I was having more known people who know each other
Mm.
also, and they are my known also. So they are
Mm.
comfortable one to one with me. Having said that, group is something powerful energy. We all need to do that. It's really magical. Matlab, which thing you will do one to
Mm.
one will take month or so. In group healing, you can do in half time. It will save your time and energy.
Right.
More than that, it is very impactful, because
Mm.
universal energy, like, it is really powerful.
Mm.
But I
Mm.
haven't experienced it, because whoever I ask for, the I have a group and I will be creating this. So I'm in for one to one. I said okay.
Right.
So I really want people to
Right.
get comfortable and be okay to have
Mm.
problems. It's okay,
Mm.
and you can
Mm.
share that.
Ooh,
It's
that's
like
powerful, right? To
we
be
feel,
okay to have problems.
and it's okay to share it. Matlab, many a times it's like, I
Mm.
don't want you to tell this person. I said, and now they have that trust in me, that whatever I'm sharing with her, it's not going to go there or anywhere.
Mm.
So अब तक तो मुझे ऐसे ही हुआ है कि वन टू वन आई हैव दैट गुड ग्रुप. बट yes, I'm really
Mm.
looking forward to have a big community where we can work
Right.
together.
Mm. So I definitely will wish you that may you have many in your community, especially this year itself. We're at the beginning
Thank
of
you
the
so
year.
much.
One question when we talk about community, because that is one of my favorite questions as we sort of reach towards the end of the pod, which is, what has been your experience of being in community? Right now, you talked about that you would like to create yours, but what has been your experience as a coach, as a healer, in being part of community?
Initially, being introvert, I was really keen to have one to one,
Mm,
and I had many one to
mm,
one, honestly,
mm,
many. And when I entered in group community, I was a bit
Mm.
hesitant to ask my doubts or questions or anything.
Mm.
But
Mm.
as and on, I was going on and on.
Right.
So I got very comfortable with the community.
Nice.
And if many a times it's like you couldn't ask your concern to your mentor, you can ask
Mm.
your fellow members, and they are
Mm.
there to support you equally.
Mm.
So I loved that. And even with my self love mentor, I'm working with her as if she is busy. So
Mm.
in the group, if anybody is having concern, I can give my view on that, that I can guide you. For now,
Mm.
you can do this. Try keeping this
Mm.
thing now. Let's see what it
Mm.
impacts and how to be okay. At sometime when you are
Mm.
struck or struggle, you don't, you know the solution, but you can't implement that, because
Mm.
now in that low vibration, how will I, if no
Correct.
matter how much affirmations I'm doing, but how will I bring myself up?
Right.
So that time I need anyone who could be
Mm.
mentor or my fellow members in the community. That's why the impact of community is really powerful. So we can
Mm.
help each other. And you just
Right.
post a message saying that I have this concern. Some or the other person
Mm.
will say, I'm free now. If you want, we can do it together. Or go and do this. You will
Right.
feel better. We just want one
Mm.
word,
Mm.
and you will get, okay, let's do this.
Right.
So I like community.
Nice.
So
So
in
one
short,
final beautiful. No, no, no. I love it. I'm a big fan of being part of community, creating community. In fact, I suddenly remember that on Monday you were also there. You were visiting our
yes,
community. You were in our live program, which happens on Mondays and Fridays. One final segment, which I know will help a lot of people. This is sort of like the gratitude section or the segment where you like people now are seeing you as who you are today in all your glory of 10 years is a long time. 10 years can feel like a lifetime for a lot of people, but you've reached this point, right? And of course, as you know, this is just the beginning. जैसे बोलते हैं पिक्चर तो अभी बाकी है, so there's lots
looking
more
forward.
in store for you, right? So the segment is, if you could share, um, who are some of these people that have come across your life who have deeply impacted you, because that is a very very powerful resource. Most often, and I've seen this a lot of times, people do not openly share, but I believe that this is that segment that can help other people, because whether it's you or they're looking at you and they're saying, okay, if this person can help Dimple, maybe this person can help me, right? For some it'll be like, no, I just want to work with Dimple. So it's sort of like, in a way, we are creating that global consciousness, and I'm sure more people will benefit.
There are many, sir, honestly, lot of people. But
Mm.
firstly, my
Mm.
first mentor, where I have gone 10 years back to, she is Hani
Mm.
Vachani, self love and mirror magic
Mm.
coach. I have been to her one on one
Okay.
personal coaching many a times. And since then till now,
Nice.
I have been with her. So I'm really grateful to her
Mm.
that I'm, this laughter was not me, this smiling was not me. I was very shy, and
Nice.
if somebody's talking, like, okay, okay. I used to be talkative,
Mm.
but more of complaining than being on
Mm.
gratitude. So thanks to her, I'm complete new me. And
Mm.
2 or 2.5 year back, I have joined this IMK community. So Mitesh Khatri
Mm.
and Indu Khatri, they are also my
Mm.
mentor, and still learning with them, a lot things to learn
Trust.
from them. But they have
Mm.
also impacted me, and I was messaging them, sorry, I have this problem, that problem. Now all problems points are like vanished. वर्क ऑन योरसेल्फ, सर
Nice.
यूज्ड टू से, आप अपने पे काम करना है, फ्रीक्वेंसी पे काम करो,
Mm.
प्रॉब्लम पे फोकस मत करो. नो, माय पॉइंट इज यू सॉल्व माय प्रॉब्लम, देन माय फ्रीक्वेंसी विल इंक्रीज. But that dimple is gone somewhere else. So now I know it's
Yeah.
okay to have bad days.
Beautiful.
So truly grateful to
Mm.
them. And because of that only I have to come to digital coaching, because there all
Mm.
platforms are digital. And then my
Correct.
handwriting mentor, Imran sir,
Mm,
uh,
mm,
he says this much but it's very powerful. तो उनकी इतनी सी बात भी ना आपको
nice,
बड़ा इम्पैक्ट छोड़ जाती है. So deeply
nice.
grateful to have him as my mentor.
Mm,
And lot of people, I have joined Brahma Kumaris, I have joined Reiki also. My crystal mentor, Mrs. Rupal, I've learned tarot and
mm,
crystal from them. And honestly now every person, every experience I'm grateful to,
yeah,
because that
yeah.
breakdowns or tough phase also
Mm,
brought me here, otherwise I wouldn't be here in my life.
yes,
Still
yes.
being in that struggle phase of the life where you are
Mm,
always blaming person or situation, but now I
mm,
am being grateful to every single situation. And Debo Smita,
nice.
she sat in change maker next to me and she introduced me to you.
Okay.
So I'm grateful to her and as well as to you,
Yeah,
because you gave that
yeah.
confidence and comfort to,
Mm,
just let's go with the flow. I don't have to think anything
mm,
before speaking to you.
right.
So deeply,
Beautiful. So
deeply
thank you for
grateful.
saying that. And as I said, this especially season two, what we're doing these podcasts, it's with people who I may typically not have even met, but like you rightly said, we met last week, and Devasmita definitely is plays an integral part in making all this come together. Like behind the scenes, a lot of times we don't know who's there working tirelessly to make sure that these things come to light and come into fruition. So yeah, I'm really glad that you took the time and you were able to resonate. And as I said, you were there in our Monday session also. So it was beautiful to have you there in our session. And as we slowly start to wrap up a few things, one is wish you all the best on your journey. And as I said, picture to bhi baki. I'm sure you will have many um, adventures ahead of you, and as you wished, community people who are open to share, just as you have shared so openly. They're open to connect with each other in a forum, whether it's digital, whether it's in person, and experience the power of healing, which I'm sure through all your life experiences you have. Right, that's why you're here. That's why, as you said today, you're able to smile
Yes.
openly, freely, more and more each day. And truly wish you many, many more successes in the years to come.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
You're most welcome. And of course, for those of you who are watching, and you who's reached this point, obviously you do connect with Dimple. So as I said, the links are there. You can reach out to her, whether it's one-on-one, or I'm sure even by the time you get this message, there'll probably be a group waiting for you. So wish you all the best and reach out to her. And as always, remember to live your purpose. Remember, these are podcasts that we do where we bring together truly amazing people. As I promised at the beginning of this pod, that you will hear a really powerful story, a powerful journey, and Dimple has taken us through many different twists and turns of that journey. And here you are, as they say, a shining example. So once again, Dimple, wish you all the best, and of
Thank you.
course, for all of you, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, we'll be back with more pods. Take care. See you in the next one. Okay,
Bye.
so give
God
me a
bless
second,
you.
Dimple, while I end our stream. Okay, here we go.